What's up, everybody? Back with another YouTube video. This one is an exciting one for me. Personal achievement, 5 years in the making. We finally get our first Porsche on test. This time around, it's the Cayenne S Coupe. Yo, it's been such an amazing week, but let me just quickly take you through it. Up front, you've got this obviously Porsche-esque headlights, which you'll find everywhere. At any Porsche, regardless of what it is, you will get this type of headlights. This frog headlights. You've got massive new air dams now in here. This is some of the changes on the exterior. So you've got really cool air dams on here. You've got your LED indicator lamp on there, but a lot of air intake because I mean we need that air for the massive 4-liter twin turbocharged V8. That's one of the biggest thing now. They've shied away from the 2.9 V6 and they now went into the massive V8. And now I think with everybody going obviously electric, it was such a nice thing to, I mean, probably the last V8 Porsche Cayenne that we'll get before electric in 2 years, apparently 2025. So this is a 4-liter V8, so we need all that air intakes to feed air into that massive engine. But I think it's just a cool looking front overall. The back for me looks much better than the front. The front is just, yeah, but the rear, I think that's where the fun is at. These alloys have also been changed. Yeah, this is a revised alloy, but I do like this. I'm sure you can get a nicer alloy. There was this other, like a galvanized steel-ish that I saw on one of the older generations. Then you've got a dinner plate for brake calipers. These things are massive, guys. Massive, massive stopping power because, I mean, obviously you've got 21 inches on here, which is quite cool. Yo, massive. Obviously a huge width and on all that. Cool mirror housing with the indicator lamp in it. And just the entire silhouette, obviously because it's a coupe, it obviously slants into the rear. But there's a lot of space in there actually. I'm going to get in with my normal sitting position and show you guys. But I think it's just a really cool silhouette overall. This is a glass roof. It doesn't open, it's stagnant. I think it's such a cool idea. Brings in a lot of light throughout the entire cabin. And yeah, you've got keyless entry obviously and keyless go. But I think that it's just a overall cool aesthetic. I don't have any issues with it. I think this though for me is where it's at. This slanting shape, probably arguably the best coupe shape SUV. But I mean you've got the X6M also, which probably takes that position. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the car around, show you guys the rear, and then I'm gonna show you the inside, and then we're gonna go for a drive. At the rear, like I mentioned, this is my favorite place to be at. This is my favorite way of looking at this car. I've got a really nice spoiler on there, Porsche branding, as well as the Cayenne S branding in there. But obviously you've got the entire light bar that runs across, which we know Haval is stolen. Massive quad exhaust on here because Porsche South Africa have ticked that sports exhaust option. These sound incredible. I'm gonna obviously put some sound for you guys. But this sound incredible. Cold starts. Yo, my neighbors were fighting. I've got a diffuser on here and obviously an electronic tailgate. I actually just had to do that and it opens and it will close. So that's quite cool. Massive boot for all your stuff, for all your family. You've got also in here, sorry, a spare wheel, which is quite cool. Yeah, so a lot of room in the rear. You can also lower the car or raise it. It's depending on how you want your parcel, sorry. And obviously in different sport drive modes, it will lower itself for sportiness, or it will raise itself if you are doing gravel driving or whatever off-roading things you're gonna do. If you're brave enough to be off-roading in this thing. But let me go inside, show you guys what they've changed inside. But I think that the rear, that is where the party is. Inside, you are met by what I think is such a cool interior. I'm pretty sure there are many ways to customize this interior at Porsche, but this is one of the most solid interiors that I've ever been in. The quality in here is like impeccable. Everything has been properly laid out, and we do know sometimes the VEG group, will, but this is it's brilliant. This is where the luxury comes in, and Porsche is more sporty than luxury, but this is luxury. Everything from the leather to everything that the hooter, everything. You've got a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel with your drive mode selector on there, your pedal shifters. But this is where the VEG group starts to annoy me. These indicator stalks, as well as this cruise control stock, is a bit cheap. I won't lie to you. I saw this in the Audi RS6 and I do mention the same thing, and these are the same things that are on that Audi RS6. And then you've got an Apple CarPlay infotainment with Android Auto as well, 12.3 inch. The passenger also gets an option of a screen if you want that. We've got a watch and a compass on there. Beautiful driver's display, beautiful seats which are heated, electronic with memory function. I think that it's perfect. Wireless charger on there. It's really, there's a lot of piano black, so obviously you get a, but I mean, you can always choose what, when you personalize it yourself, you can always choose whatever you want to do. But the fact that there's still buttons in here, physical buttons, shows you that Porsche actually thought about this thing. Space in there, cup holders in there, and you've got at the rear, I'll show you how I can sit in my position of driving and at the rear seat. I think there's a lot of space. The roof is massive in terms of glass. I like the fact that it doesn't open actually. I'm a huge sunroof person, but I just love the glass. It's quite cool. Let's jump in the rear. I'll show you guys just how much space there is in there, and also something I don't like in that rear. But yeah, I think overall a really laid out, well thought interior. Well done, Porsche. In the rear, so this is my normal driving position, but look at the space that I have and look at that headroom. So regardless of the sloping roof line, it's perfect. You've got a really nice sturdy grab handle in here. I forgot to mention, so the other day I said that the Bowers and Wilkins inside the Volvo XC90 might have been the best sound I heard. I lied. The Bose sound system in here is incredible. That's about a 66,000 Rand option. I would suggest you take that. So what I don't like in this rear are these vents. Come on guys. You're in a Porsche, for goodness sake. For Christ's sake, like, I'm still using the vents that are in my Polo. Like, come on. Like, I'd expect, like, you know, a touch screen, something here, and also just this. Yeah. Well, but you do have 2 USB-Cs on there, cup holders on here. But I think, yeah, this really, yeah. But hey, cool car. You're in a Porsche, right? Anyway, guys, just hear that as a that 8-speed automatic gearbox is insane. Lightning quick. Drop a gear. Oh, the third and fourth gear is like the sweet spot, eh? Yo. And then you've got all these rumbles going on as you obviously lift off. I would buy this for my wife. I would buy this for my wife. Yo. Sports Plus, baby. Whose idea was it to go electric, guys? I want to go and fight that guy myself. I love the environment, but whose idea was it? Yo! Wow. Smiles per gallon. Smiles per gallon in this car. You know what? Let's take it from the top. You've got various drive modes in this car. You've got off-road, which obviously alters your height, your ride height. For just, you know, a little, I was in the gravel road, and you know, I just put it into gravel road, and I chose gravel. There's also sand, mud, etc. to alter the terrain. And then you've got normal, you've got sport, and you've got sport plus. Sport plus. Why did I twang it? And it's so exhilarating. It's extremely exhilarating. It drives like a gem. The placement of obviously the drive select button, perfect. Don't have to look around for it. And that's the one thing I love about this car. It's so sporty. Sure, it's an SUV, it's a family-sized SUV, and I'm pretty sure when these Cayennes first came out years ago, or 3 generations back or 2 generations back, people are probably just like, meh, oh no, who wants a sporty family size, wada, because that was the time then, right? But right now, this is, oh my word, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brutal. It's extremely sporty. There are a lot of other performance SUVs, right, which have more power, etc. But I just feel like, I mean, you look at your GLE 63, your BMW X6M and X5M, and there's just something about this car. I don't want to lie to you. Firstly, it's the badge, right? It carries a lot of weight. You can come with your X5M, X6M, and I come with the Porsche Cayenne S. We all know who the baddies are going for. But anyway, this is not a baddie review. But yeah, I'm completely happy with this model. It's exciting. There are obviously things that do make it very, obviously it's a VAG product, and you can see it. Things like your cruise control stock and your indicator stocks, they are very, I do feel that they should have kind of made it bespoke to Porsche. But yeah, the build quality though is impeccable. It's incredible. Everything is solid. I have not had any build quality like this in any test car that I've had. And obviously this is not a sucker review, no whatever, but like there are like things like right now, I feel like it should have adaptive cruise control, but it doesn't. So it does make it a bit okay. But I mean, it starts at 2.3 million rand. And yeah, no, I'm completely happy. You've got a lot of light in here because of this glass roof. Confidence inspiring too. You don't feel like it's too much or whatever. I mean, 349 kilowatts, all power is sent to all wheels. The power is sent to all wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is lightning quick. It sounds incredible. I would suggest, if you're going to go buy this car, take that 66,000 rand sports exhaust option, please. It's like, if you guys have heard how it sounds in the tunnel, how it sounds in cold starts in the mornings, like, I would take that any day. That's the first option you must go for, the sports exhaust. In terms of fuel consumption, I've been doing about I'm even scared to check the fuel consumption, guys. 13.3 liters. Oh no, my bad. 12 liters per 100 kilometers. So I'm actually quite proud of myself. I got it down to 10.5. I'll put that in the video. 10.5 I got it down to. And I was like really chuffed with myself, because I was like, wow, you can actually do the distance. And the most range I got was 700 Ks. So it's perfect. It's perfect. Guys, when they say you need money for Porsche, I get it now. I get it. I completely get it. I also need money for Porsche. Everything in here is just beautifully laid out, and I think it's very ergonomically friendly. I had a friend in here who said that no, it's uninspiring, and I'm like, no, I wanted to drop her off. I'm like, what? Uninspiring, Johnny? Because like, it's fit for purpose. It works. You've got a digital driver's display with all your dials that you can see with right in between the steering wheel, which is the most perfect view. You've got a perfect 12.3-inch infotainment with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Android Auto wirelessly in reach, easy to use. You've got your gear lever right on here, which is a bit weird, obviously. As I got into the car for the past few days, I've always wanted to go down on here, but it's just right there. And you've got your startup button here. So the reason that they have this setup is because of the Le Mans setup, the Le Mans, if you guys remember the Le Mans. So it was easier for drivers to just get into the car, start and put into drive. So that's why they have this setup exactly like this. And obviously in Europe or whatever it is, the setup is going to be the same on that side, but obviously just vice versa, with your startup button and your drive lever on the right. So yeah, I am really impressed. Only time the ride really gets extremely hard is when you put it in sports plus. Then you can feel like you're going to lose your spine. You don't care about your spine because you can feel that every bump, obviously it's been lowered extremely, the ride gets lowered for all that optimal performance. And that's the only time that you will feel that this car is, you know, hard. Otherwise, in normal mode, I don't even feel anything. In normal mode, mostly what I do is I just go into the settings and I just have the sports exhaust on, and that's it. That's literally all I do. I don't do much. But yeah, it sounds incredible. It sounds incredible. These air vents are quite gorgeous, actually. They are confusing a bit, but yeah, well, not confusing. It's the first time I've seen air vents like this, obviously, but they are quite nifty. Can you hear that? Just and it handles extremely well as well. It's like I said, there is no, it's not, it inspires a lot of confidence. It's not scary to like push it. You can push it. You can push it. It's not scary. That's the nice thing about it. That's the nice thing about it. Oh, you've got blind spot assists, you've got reverse camera. That reverse camera also, no, please, it's, oh no, it's yeah, definitely not the best in the segment. It's like a Polo, and we all know that quality. So yeah, that is that. So sad. That reverse camera and these indicator stalks, for me, I think that's the only indicator stalks and the cruise control stalk. The reverse camera, like I mentioned, for me, I think that's it. That's all that changed, and it's a perfect car. I love the alloy on here. I love the color. Somebody called it plain Jane, but I was just like, no man, I actually love this spec. But I might be biased, but yeah, I do appreciate this. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all you've done. Our first Porsche review, and more to come. So please don't forget to keep liking, to keep subscribing to the channel, and we'll keep bringing you authentic reviews. And like I always say, if you guys want me to, I've only just started the YouTube reviews, right? And they're completely different to what I would do on Twitter and what I would do on Instagram, or my socials altogether. So I need you guys to say, hey Kumbi, we'd like to see more of this, we'd like to see more of that, and I'll try my best to. I'm all for learning. I am all for learning, and I want to learn. I want to learn. Tell me what you guys want and what I'm not doing right. And thank you guys for the guys that have been doing that. So please just let me, yeah, let's keeping on. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Let me leave you guys with a young pop.